Hello everyone and welcome to Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds. We're your hosts today. I'm Millie Warren.
And I'm David Stewart.
And today we have a pretty exciting episode for you. First, we're going to be talking to a Sacramento cosplayer who's been cosplaying for the last 9 years. Then, we're going to be taking a look at Sac Anime and the anime taxicab trivia that ensued.
And coming up, we will also be looking at steampunk and archery. What does that have to do with each other? You will find out coming up next on Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds.
Awesome. Everybody, meet our guest today. We have Stephanie Sloan with us. She's pretty cool. She's been cosplaying in Sacramento for the past 9 years. And what's even cooler, something that I find even more fascinating, she makes her own costumes. So Steph,
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got into cosplay?
My friend from work, she liked the book I was reading. I was reading manga, and eventually she sat down to talk to me. And she told me all about it, and that's where I learned about it. And she invited me to go cosplay with her.
So what was the first character you cosplayed as?
The girl from Chrono Crusade. I actually forgot her name.
It's been 9 years.
Yeah, I was just looking for the best costume.
But that's cool though. So you do make your own costumes?
Yes.
Okay. So do you just get the patterns and stuff, or?
Well, actually, I don't use patterns. I just figure it out like I do with most things. So, I probably started out with some kind of pattern, and then you just take it from there and figure out what pieces you need to change to make it actually look like the costume you're looking at.
So your costume is mostly made up of parts that come from like a costume shop, more or less.
Some of them, but some of them I didn't use any pattern for. You just kind of look at it and cut the pieces and then keep sewing it, or you pin it until it looks right.
I feel like I'm not worthy. Like when I first started cosplaying, it was Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura. I was like, Mom, can you just go to Joann's, buy a pattern, and make my costume? Can you make it for me? Like, I'll tell everybody I made it, but
Really, it was the mom that made it.
Right. She's she works in her little sweatshop in the living room. I don't pay her, but I'm like, make the ruffles. Enough about me.
So what was it like cosplaying at Sac Anime for the first time? How did you feel actually going to your first convention?
The first convention was actually Fanime.
Oh, okay.
So much bigger.
What is Fanime?
Fanime is it's just a big convention. I think it was San Jose where they hold it. And it's in like this big mall type area. So they have like stuff going on all the way into the night. And then you typically stay at the Hilton, which is connected to it. Right. And they give discounts and all that stuff. But it's a lot of people. I mean, way more than Sacramento could ever hold.
How did that feel for you? Was that overwhelming?
No, just kind of at home. I mean, you're with people that like all the same stuff and everybody's dressing up. There's no judgment. It's just, you do what you want to do.
So do you still try to go to cons, or?
Yeah, but I tend to enjoy like the YaoiCon and the 18 and over.
Actually, so girl, okay, so I know we have our little eye candy here, but we can just, so YaoiCon, okay, so like what's your favorite yaoi anime?
Oh gosh, probably my sexual harassment.
What is that about?
Bad stuff. Well, it's about an office worker and his boss turns him into somebody who they rent out for deals. But he kind of falls,
quote unquote.
And they basically use him, but he kind of falls in love with him, the boss. And it's actually the other worker that gets into it that has a hard time accepting that. So they're more of like an open relationship, but by the end, you're rooting for them.
So is it kind of like an ecchi, like it's really innuendos and highly suggestive?
Well, it shows everything. So
so it's kind of like a hentai.
Yeah, but it's all the way.
You did CCC. I know this is supposed to be family friendly, but when we say things in Japanese, nobody knows what like hentai is unless they go to Google.
Yeah.
That's how we get away with being family friendly.
Gotcha.
Have you cosplayed as anybody from Yaoi?
No.
Is there any particular character you would want to cosplay as?
No, because most of the ones I watch or read are regular people,
Oh,
so there's
okay.
not really a costume to go around with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you thinking of attending any of like the SAC anime cons here, like in the summer, or?
Well, I probably am going to start attending them more because my niece is really into it and she's 8. So she's obsessed. She's right there with me.
That's awesome. Okay. So do you like speak any Japanese, or you like?
I try, but I don't think I get very many of them right. Pronunciation doesn't work.
Okay. Well, hey, did you get a chance to go to, speaking of SAC anime, did you go in the winter, or?
No.
Oh, girl. Okay, so you missed a treat, right? So we did taxi cab trivia. And what happened was I dressed up as Pinkie Pie and our cameraman Ricky, hi Ricky, he dressed up as Death the Kid from Soul Eater, and our producer Bex came with us, and we actually would go up to cosplayers and we would accost them and we would just be like, hey, do you want to ride in a taxi cab? We're going to grill you on some anime. And the cool thing is, if they get a certain amount of questions right, they got a free taxi cab ride courtesy of Friendly Taxi to a location of their choice. However, if they got 5 questions wrong, we dropped them off wherever we happened to be. So we ran into a really cool cosplayer. Her name was Mia, but she was dressing up as the original Maleficent. She did pretty well, but there were moments where we thought she wasn't going to make it. Let's take a look at how Maleficent did. Hi, so this is Millie, your co-host for Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a really fun game called Taxi Cab Anime Trivia. And we're also going to try to get some anime confessions out of all of our cosplayers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to walk around, going to try to find some cosplayers and see if they want to test their anime trivia in our taxi cab. So let's find our first guest. I am a host for a web series called Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds.
All right.
And what we're doing is we're doing anime trivia in a taxi cab. So
That sounds pretty.
You want to test it? Like, you feel pretty good with anime?
Sure.
Yeah? Come on, let's go. Our first victim, guest. So come on.
Should I be scared?
Let's do, how do you feel about One Piece?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect, okay,
Feel good.
great. I love your hesitance. By the way, I don't know if I said this. If you get 5 questions wrong, the game is over. We just stop and drop you off wherever we are.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Who is the first person Luffy acquires as a crewmate? Is it A, Red Hair Shanks, B, Nami, C, Zoro, or is it D, Usopp?
I'm gonna go with Zoro.
Ah! Okay, she's doing good. So far, so good. Okay. Let's do another One Piece question.
All right.
What is Nico Robin's position on the Straw Hat crew? Is she the ship's archaeologist, the ship's cook, sorry, that's B, C, the navigator, or D, the captain?
Isn't she the archaeologist?
She's pretty good. She's doing pretty good. She's got 2 of them right. Okay. How do you feel about Orin High School Host Club?
Oh.
Yeah! Let's do this! Okay. So what are the name of the twins that make everybody's panties moist? Is it A, Hikaru and Kaoru, B, Kyoya and Takahashi, C, Hikari and Kaoru, or D, Light and L?
I'll go with C.
Oh! Boo! So we're still going. But she's got 2 right and 1 wrong. That was a trick question. The answer is Hikaru instead of Hikari.
Oh.
You're close. That was to stump you. That was for the real fangirls. Okay. I am fearful for your safety, my friend. How do you feel about Naruto?
Okay, I feel iffy.
Feel iffy? Okay, you're 2 for 2.
Okay.
Who is Naruto the son of? A, Sasuke, B, Jiraiya, C, the 4th Hokage, or D, the Fox Demon?
C, the 4th Hokage.
Okay, doing good. All right, What was Naruto's first trademark technique? A. Shadow clone. B. Rasengan. C. Summoning. Or D. Sexy jutsu.
I know he did the sexy jutsu when he was younger,
That is true. You need to.
But I'm gonna go with the shadow clone.
Oh, okay. She's doing pretty good. All right. Well, this is pretty popular on Netflix. Are you familiar with the 7 Deadly Sins?
Oh shoot!
I love it. Fear. Pinkie Pie thrives off of fear. Ooh, okay, so it's getting a little tense there. So while we wait to see how Maleficent does, I kind of want to ask our special guest here a little anime trivia. Because I'm super observant, and I noticed your Vash the Stampede t-shirt from Trigun, I have to ask, what's his catchphrase?
Peace and love.
Yeah! Awesome. So that was pretty easy. So we're going to grill you a little later. I know David is a fan of Attack on Titan, so he'll Attack on Titan you later in the night today in our segment. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so what is the main character's name in Attack on Titan who doesn't realize he's a Titan?
Oh.
Is it Eric? I totally got it wrong.
Girl, you gotta commit.
I thought it was Eric. I forget names. I'm so bad.
All right, his name is actually Eren Yeager.
Oh, she was close.
She was close, Eric.
Let's see if it's not English.
Yeah. I don't know how far you saw in the season.
The whole thing.
Okay, so what was the one thing they found out about one of the characters that not only is Eren they originally believed Eren was the only one that could do it. What did they find out near the end of the season?
That the chick was also a Titan?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm totally right there with you guys.
Have you seen Attack on Titan?
One episode.
One episode.
I don't know. It was like too dark and too heavy for me.
That's
know?
what makes that anime so great.
It was depressing. I'm such a like lighthearted Trigun dude. Like Kill La Kill. You guys know Kill La Kill?
I have never heard of it.
Oh, as soon as you see the pictures of the girl in the sailor suit that goes to here, you'll be like, oh, I'm so into that too. But I'm in it for the plot, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
The plot. So, speaking of plot, Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds has a plot, and that is to get us to the next segment on the awkward segue. So, David here actually played with some archers who dress up in steampunk clothing. Now, David, do you want to tell us a little about your shenanigans?
So, you wouldn't think steampunk and archery get together, but they're brother and sister, and they steampunked for a long time, and they just recently got into archery. Now, it's so cool is that our producer Bex and I had the pleasure of actually meeting with them and interviewing them on steampunk and archery. But what was really cool was that we also got a chance to use their own bows and shoot their own arrows. I fared pretty well, but the money shot is coming up on this.
So how I got into archery, a lot of people think I got into archery because of the Hunger Games, because there's a lot of archery in Hunger Games, main character and such. But I've been a fan of archery since long before the Hunger Games. So I've always kind of been a fan of that. It's like, it looks cool, it looks like a fun sport to do. And when I had back surgery in 6th grade, I was looking for some sort of sport that I could do besides football, which I didn't really like in the first place.
Right.
And the doctor recommended archery when I mentioned it, because the way you hold the bow is pretty good for your back.
Right.
And pulling back and all that stuff is pretty good for your back. So I've kind of gotten into it because of that, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been into it ever since.
And the glove itself is adjustable for like wrist length, like very, very flexible.
Yeah.
And the Velcro, you can get different leather straps at some archery shops for like that, and you can get fingers adjusted every now and then. It's pretty good.
What's your personal preference?
Personally, I prefer the finger taps because it's easier to slide it off.
Right.
Easier to slide your fingers off the bow. And it's easier to keep track of these, in my opinion, because you can just, for a finger tap, you can basically just slap it on the bow when you're done, deconstruct the bow, put it back in your bag.
Right. How does steampunk dressing up differ from your traditional cosplaying? I mean, aside from, you know, the gears and the clockworks and the Victorian era theme and all that, what's the underlying difference between steampunk and cosplay?
Steampunk is more along the lines of LARP or role-playing. Cosplay, you're generally using a pre-made character and dressing up as that character. You can dress up as Sailor Moon, or you can dress up as a video game character, but that character is pre-made. You're just emulating their costume usually in cosplay and acting like that character. With steampunk, you're creating your own character. You're creating your own costume. You're not any set individual already.
So as you saw, the money shot was when her arrow hit the dash cam. Now, none of us expected that, but it was so awesome because all of us were like trying to shoot at the dash cam, but she was the one that actually connected with it. So that was like the money shot right there. Okay, so we're going to turn back to our guest, Stephanie Sloan, one last time for one final question. What is the storyline of Van Helsing? What is the storyline of the anime Helsing?
Get it right, bro.
I don't watch many anime.
Well, you've got Dracula, who's Alucard, Dracula backwards, and he is doing missions and things like that for this lady that's part of the Helsing organization, and he ends up biting Police Girl and turning her into a vampire, and it's basically kind of about the journey between the two, and Police Girl becoming a vampire, and she kind of, I think, is in love with Helsing, or Dracula, Alucard.
No, you've cosplayed as her, right?
Yes.
That's
And
awesome.
both, actually.
Oh, so you gender bend?
Yeah.
Because
What was it like gender bending Alucard?
It's so much better than girls. Guys get all the cool costumes. If you want to be a girl, you kind of have to be slutty, so.
Well, if you want to see any of Stephanie's cosplay photos, we have them posted at www.jocksgeeksandnerds.com. And Stephanie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
However, we're not quite done yet. We left you guys on a cliffhanger for Taxi Cab Trivia. Last we saw, Maleficent was doing pretty good, but we saw her wavering, so we're not sure how she's gonna do. So I know you guys have been on your seats. You've been absolutely fantastic. Let's kind of ease the suspense, and we'll let you check out how Maleficent's doing.
Oh, shoot. I love it. Fear. Pinkie Pie thrives off of fear. Okay. 7 deadly sins. Question, what are the 7 deadly sins? A, fallen wizards. B, the strongest of the holy knights. C, members of the Z Fighters. Or D, a Japanese pop band. Come on, Maleficent.
I'm gonna go with A.
Oh, girl! 7 deadly sins.
Okay, so
there's a character named Ban, and he's like the one that I'm super hot for.
Okay.
He's the one who wears all red.
Okay.
Leather. So A, his secret technique, his special technique. Is it A, immortality, B, invasion, C, not ripping his leather pants, or D, snatch. If you need to use our taxi cab driver, he is available for your aid. Actually, if you give me $1, I will eliminate 2 answers.
That means you don't know.
I will take $1 from anybody. Anybody.
On the house. Boom.
Whoa! Okay, so we will take off 2 answers. What is band's special technique? You can go with either B, invasion, or D, snatch. B, invasion, or D, snatch.
I'll go with D, snatch.
Yes! How many Dragon Balls are in a set? A4, B7, C9, or D6?
What is it? There is 7 Dragon Balls.
Bing, 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 bing! Because this song is stuck in my head, I'm gonna sing it for you. And I want you to complete the missing segment of the song. It's from one of my favorite cartoons currently, Steven Universe. Here's the song. All I wanna do is see you turn into. Is it A, a Super Saiyan? Is it B, a giant woman? C, a giant robot? Or D, a porcupine man? You can give me another $1.
So how was it at SAC Anime? Because I understood you attended the SAC Anime for all 3 days, I believe?
I did. So our producer, Bex, we attended, and it was actually really super fun. Just a lot of people with some really cool costumes, a lot of them handmade, and it's just really cool to see everybody getting together at the gatherings. There was a League of Legends gathering, a Ruby. Jinx. Oh, there was a really good Jinx and a Miss Fortune cosplay in their Christmas skin. I do have to get a shout out to the men and women who wear outfits that may not protect them from the elements, and if you know what I mean. So I got to give props to them. I know, family rated, I'm so sorry. But actually, no, it was a lot of fun. It's really cool just going down Artist Alley, seeing everybody who's talented. Always a lot of fun to see the David Tennant cosplayer. So I had a really fun time.
I saw pictures of SAC Anime, and I have to say my favorite costume was Elsa from Frozen.
The Warrior Elsa!
The Warrior Elsa.
Oh! Okay, girl, so I went as Wonder Woman, like Donna Troy Wonder Woman, and there was a Warrior Elsa, and she like made her armor, she made her weapon, and just absolutely, like props to these people who spend all year making their weapons and their armor. So, props. If you guys want to hang out with Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds, we're actually going to be at the SAC Anime in the summertime. So you guys are more than welcome. Come up to us, take a picture with us, have some fun. We do taxi cab trivia. If you want a free ride to anywhere in the Midtown area, hit us up. Let me grill you on some anime you may or may not know. And if you win, taxi services provided by Friendly Taxi Cab.
Speaking of taxi cab, what was your favorite part of the taxi cab trivia?
Oh.
I want you to complete the missing segment of the song. Here's the song. All I wanna do is see you turn into. Is it A, a Super Saiyan? Is it B, a giant woman? C, a giant robot? Or D, a porcupine man?
Okay, I know this is gonna be silly, but I'll go with the giant woman.
What? All I wanna do is see you turn into. Come on, folks, a giant woman. Yes. Maleficent.
Thank you. Thank you for the silly one.
I hope you have health insurance. I feel like you just suffered like a mini heart attack. Okay, so we have a winner, Miss Maleficent. That was a heart-stopping round of trivia.
We'll leave it at that. But everybody, we do want to thank you for joining us on episode 2 of Jocks, Geeks, and Nerds. And remember, don't just watch, play with us too.